love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Hi, hello, welcome to my channel, Max, my heartbeat. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing fine, right? Thank you. And you all know that we are discussing basic mathematics and also IIT-JEE in our classes. So let us continue our basic mathematics class today with our next topic, that is inverse proportion. So let us start our new topic. Already I have explained direct proportion in my previous video. Anyone is missing that concept means just go and watch that video so that you can understand what is direct proportion. Then you can understand inverse proportion. So let me start today. Inverse proportion. Okay. So what is inverse proportion? What is direct proportion? When a change in one quantity, when we increase the cost of the articles, then increase the number of articles, then the cost of articles also increase. That is nothing but direct proportion. Okay. When one quantity increases, the other quantity also increases. When one quantity decreases, the other quantity also decreases in the same proportion. Such type of proportion is called direct proportion. So already we have discussed about direct proportion in our previous video. So now today let us discuss our next topic, that is inverse proportion. Means the value of x decreases then the value of y increases. Okay, in a proportion. Such a proportion is said to be inverse proportion. Okay, so if the value of x decreases, then the value of y increases in a proportion. Such a proportion is said to be inverse proportion. So for example, best example is speed and time. Okay. If the speed of a vehicle increases, then the time taken to reach a certain distance, then what it will be? Time will be decreases. Okay, I will explain this with an example. Just understand, if the speed of a vehicle increases, then the time taken to reach a certain distance decreases. Okay, for suppose now it is summer season and you are enjoying your holidays, and somehow I hope you will be attending some marriages, something like that, right? So for that sake, what you will do? You will plan up to arrange a vehicle and go to certain distance to attend a wedding, right? So what will the driver do? For suppose if you have less time to go, then he will increase the speed, correct? Means if you are having only 2 hours time to reach a destination of 200 kilometers, clear? Then at what speed he should go? More speed he should go, because less time is there for us to reach. Clear? For suppose we are having a wedding tomorrow, means we are going today, means much time is there, no? So we can go however we want. Either we can go fast or we can go slow, because no need to increase the speed. We have much time to go. Clear? That's why speed and time taken are always inversely proportional. Okay? So let me explain with an example. So one more criterion where it is, where we are using inverse proportion is, see here, number of people in a family and number of days the food is sufficient. This is the another criteria. Okay, number of people in a family and the number of days the food is sufficient. If there are 5 people in a family, then if we have some 50 kgs of rice, I hope it will be sufficient for 15 days or 20 days. Okay, let us suppose 5 members are there in a family. Okay, and they are having 50 kgs of rice. Okay, rice, members, days. Okay, so this 50 kg for 5 members, it is sufficient for 20 days. Now, if for suppose they are having a function at their house, and so some relatives are attending. If I suppose they are 15 members, they are now 15 members, 5 has become 15 now. The quantity is same 50 kg. Is this 50 kg sufficient for 20 days here? Same? No, because the number of people here is more, so the number of days becomes less, means decreased. Maybe it may be some 7 days or 5 days, something like that. Clear? So if the number of people in a family increases, then the number of days the food is sufficient for them will decrease. This is the another criterion for inverse proportion. Okay, if you want, let us discuss this with example problems. Okay, let's continue with our examples. So example 1. So first example, example 1. 3 pipes take 60 minutes to water a field. Okay, how much time will take to water the field with 6 pipes? Okay, this is our question. So let us solve it first. Simple example. How many pipes are required? 3 pipes are taking how much time? 60 minutes to water a field. Okay. So in this same situation, how much time will take to water the field with how many pipes now? 6 pipes. Okay. So now when we are increasing the number of pipes, the time taken becomes decreased, right? So how much time it will take for 6 pipes to water the same field, we have to find out. Clear? So now time taken by 3 pipes to water a field. This is our first step. How much time? 60 minutes. Okay, so now let time taken by 6 pipes to water a field. I am taking this as x minutes. Okay. So now our condition is, since this is inverse proportion, we have to take the condition that x into y is equal to k. Okay, x into y is equal to k, means x in x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2, like that you have to take. So here x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. So now our x1 is 3 and x2 is 60. So multiply 3 into 60 is equal to, our x2 is 6 into y2 we don't know. So keep y2 as, if not take, let us, we have assumed no x no there. So 6 into x. Okay. So 3 into 60 is 180 is equal to 6 into x. Okay. Now 6x is equal to 180. Let us find out x now. So x is equal to 180 by 6. So 6 ones, 6 threes with 0 becomes x is equal to 30. Okay. So now the time taken will reduce us to how much? 30 minutes. Instead of 60 minutes, by using 3 pipes, we are using, if we are using 6 pipes, the time taken becomes 30 minutes. Understood everybody? This is how we have to solve our problems in inverse proportion. Okay. Let us solve one more problem. Example 2. Okay. Example 2. So next example, second one. Example 2. In this we are having 2 parts. Let us solve 2 parts at a time. A train is moving at a uniform speed of 75 kilometers per hour. Okay, a train is moving at a uniform speed of 75 kilometers per hour. So first point, how far will it travel in 20 minutes? This is our first question. Second point, find the time required to cover a distance of 250 kilometers. These are our 2 questions. Okay, so let us understand the question first of all. A train is moving at a uniform speed of 75 kilometers per hour. Okay, a train is moving at which speed? 75 kilometers per hour speed. So if it is moving in this speed, then we need to find 2 questions. Solve 2 questions. Okay, so what's the first question? How far will it travel in 20 minutes? In the first 20 minutes, how much distance it has traveled? That we need to find out. Next question. Find the time required to cover a distance of 250 kilometers. So if the total distance travelled by the train is 250 kilometers, in what time it has reached the 250 kilometers also we have to find out. Clear? These are our two questions. So first let us solve our first point. Okay? First point. Given speed of train, how much? 75 kilometers per hour. Okay? It means time taken by train is nothing but 75 kilometers per hour, means 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. Okay? So now distance travelled by train in 1 hour. 1 hour is nothing but 60 minutes. How much in 60 minutes? 75 kilometers. Okay? In the same way, distance travelled by train in how many minutes we want now? 20 minutes is equal to x. Okay? Distance travelled by train in 60 minutes is equal to 75 kilometers. In the same way, distance travelled by train in 20 minutes is equal to x. So here distance and time and speed are inverse proportion. So here also we have to take xy is equal to k. Correct? If not, wait. Here distance and time, right? Distance and time are direct proportion. So let us take x by y is equal to k only. Okay? Don't get confused. Always we have to use here x by y only. Why? Because this is distance and this is time. Distance and time are direct proportional, but not inverse proportional. But speed and time are inverse proportional. Clear? So now x by y is equal to k. So x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. Clear? So now what is x1 here? 60. 60 by 75 is equal to 20 by x. Okay? So we go with 15 table. 15 4 60. 15 5 75. So now 4 by 5 is equal to 20 by x. Now cross multiply. 4x is equal to 20 into 5 is 100. So x is equal to 100 by 4. 4 ones 4, 25. So x is equal to 25 kilometers. Okay? So in 20 minutes the time that the train is traveling how much distance? 25 kilometers. Clear? So this is direct proportion but not inverse proportion. Okay? I thought, but why I have taken this example means by seeing the speed you may get confused that okay, this is speed and here 20 minutes, this is distance and speed. Sorry, time and speed. So we should go in inverse proportion method, but no, wrong. Always we have to understand the problem. Clear? Here the speed is not changing. This is uniform. Uniform means speed is not changing here. So always for this type of questions we have to go for direct proportion. Clear? When distance and time are changing, then they will change in directly but not inversely. But speed and time will change inversely. Clear? So next point also. See here, find the time required to cover a distance of 250 kilometers. So here also time and distance. So same, direct proportion. Clear? So wantedly I have taken this question because I wanted to show you that always by seeing the word speed and the time, something like that, we should never decide that it is either direct or inverse. we should analyze the question. He has given that uniform speed means the speed is not changing here. Clear? When the speed is not changing here, then we should not take inverse proportion. We should take direct proportion only. Clear? So now let us complete the second point also, so that you can get more clarity about this question. Okay? So what is the second point here? Second point. Okay? So what is the second point? Find the time required to cover a distance of 250 kilometers. Okay? For covering 250 kilometers speed, distance, what is the time taken? We have to find out. Clear? So second point here also. So time required he has given. So let not value. First point is time taken by train to cover how much kilometers now? 75 kilometers is equal to 60 minutes. Correct? 1 hour. 1 hour is nothing but how many minutes? 60 minutes. Now let time taken to cover how many kilometers? 250 kilometers is equal to x minutes. If you want, you can write minutes also. Okay? So here also time and distance. So time and distance are what type of proportion? Direct proportion. So write x by y is equal to k. Clear? So by understanding the question, whenever you write x by y is equal to k, then the examiner will know, yes, you have understood the concept. That's why you have written this. By seeing this, you will get an impression. That's why always, wherever formulas applicable, use the formulas so that you can get an impression. Clear? So x by y is equal to k. So x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. That is the meaning of x by y is equal to k. So now x1 by y1 means 75 by 60 is equal to, now I have to write 250 by x. Okay? 75 by 60 is equal to 250 by x. So 15 5 75, 15 4 60. So 5 by 4 is equal to 250 by x. Now also cross multiplication. 5 into x becomes 5x is equal to 250 into 4. So x is equal to 250 into 4 becomes 1000 divided by 5. So 5 ones 5 200. So x is equal to 200. Okay. So how many minutes it is taking now? 200 minutes to cover a distance of 250 kilometers. Okay. So 200 minutes means 180 minutes means 3 hours. 20 minutes as it is. So total 3 hours 20 minutes. Clear? So that is the solution of this problem. Okay. So students, if you really like my videos, please share my videos to your friends and inform them to subscribe my channel so that they too can learn mathematics. Okay. And that's all for today. Let us meet in our next video. Take care. Goodbye.